Good day, everyone. This is Dasero, the most handsome, yakable Africanicious, and really pumping a physical husband. And as usual, you are welcome to our live stream today. I have my sugaroni pepperoni hot baby girl.
Yes, good day, everyone. You're most welcome to the Citrus Vlog today. I want to say thank you to all that have been liking, sharing, commenting, and helping us with the African youth work. Thank you so very much. Okay.
Okay, today, just like what you've seen us display, we are looking at a very, very interesting matter on ground that is affecting the whole of the continent of Africa. And as a result, it is no longer a breaking news that numerous countries within the continent of Africa are beginning to become something else outside of what? Outside of democracy. Today, we want to be ironing it out. The reason why Africa should continue to practice democracy or not. And today, she is in charge of the, all these African matters and the likes. Please, can you defend your people? Hmm.
We can see that various coups d'etat have taken place in various African countries, the like of Guinea, Conakry. They had their coup d'etat in September 2021. We saw that of Burkina Faso in January 2022. We saw that of Mali, and it's like all these countries were the West are now so agitated and disturbed that why are all these our former colonies going away from what would give them democracy? And they're so disturbed and they are labeling all these leaders or these juntas, military juntas in charge of this coup as dictators. So what are we considering today? We want to have a fair hearing that are these leaders actually dictators indeed? Because we do know that when Mr. Cetro's clientele are actually against people, you should know that such persons, you should watch them closely because the West they do call black white for us and they'll call white black for us. And such was the case of the military junta in Guinea Conakry by the name Colonel Mamadi also. So he went, the speech he gave at the UN was so surprising when they were still thinking it would just come and be dancing to their tune. He told them to their face, he told the West to their face that various coups d'etat are taking place in African countries, but you're not trying to go down to know the root cause of this coup. You're just trying to label the people in charge of the coup as dictators. He said no, that they
Wow, wow. So you see what we are talking about. This is what happens when people like the Toluani, Joker Toluani Setro is talking
against your
against my
clientele.
clientele. Let me tell you, you people of Africa, you better watch out because we know how
I've
to
not
press the
spoken out
button.
against them.
Okay, over to
Okay,
you.
so as I was saying before the interruption, that's the uh, military junta in charge of what's it called now? Guinea Conakry, impressing of Colonel Mamadi. He said that the West has seen various coups d'etat in Africa because the what's it called? French has made poverty to be the language of majority of these African nations, and they've suffered a lot. And to make sure that these countries don't get to a state of anarchy and abject or absolute poverty, they have to come up to save the day so that the interest of the populace can really be what will be ruling. And so that was why he was now explaining to them at the UN conference that don't just feel it's all dictators that are there that you. And if you see what happened in Guinea, the people were so happy that the military came to save the day. They came to their president that was just there. He changed the law to make him go on a third term. And they were like, no, you people are just, they said the West to go about preaching democracy. But what they just do is that these puppets will be enriching the pockets of the Western nation at the cost of the homeland of that are giving them all these resources. And he now made a statement that what happened when the military junta of Burkina Faso, in person of Ibrahim Traore, when he sent away French companies from mining in Burkina Faso, nobody could answer because they wanted the people to start making good use of their resources and also getting good things out of their natural resources. We can see, I saw an article, although I've not read it so much, that Niger has improved significantly the moment they sent
See,
away
see,
this.
let's be taking this thing one after the other. You just talked about Guinea now.
Yes.
And what are you trying to say? Are you people of Guinea, you do not know what is going on. Hmm? The so-called military junta that has taken power now, my clientele are saying that this group of persons that behave in such way, they are what we call dictators. And dictators, they will come in and start doing good things to you. It will appear as if it's good thing, but at the end of the day, it might not really pay off. You people need democratically elected government to be in charge of your resources. Even if you are hungry, don't worry, be happy. Because very, very soon, everything is going to stabilize. But all these military guys taking over power and the likes, it might not really pay off. Especially my clientele are not going to enjoy such kind of cabinet shakeups and all the likes because they will not, especially these military guys, they are not so good in international relations. They will misrepresent your countries. So you guys need people that can represent your countries very well in a democracy that we in the West will be able to say, wow, you are doing great. Wow, you now we can say that you need loan, you need support, you need finance. But when you are parading all these young chap military guys taking over power, it's not good for your continent. Because my clientele, they know what is good for your continent. What is good for your continent is democracy. Why are you looking at me like that?
I want you to land.
What you guys need is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, for the people, and for some people. No, not for some people. For people that knows how to really play the politics of the internationally.
Are you done?
I'm just coming up.
You see the democracy, demonstration of craze that your clientele brought to Africa.
Mhm.
If it's you so the that Colonel Mamad said that if the West has been profiting from democracy, actually, but it's not profiting Africa. This what is on ground there is not what is on ground here. It's just causing widespread inequality here, and it's making sure that the wealth is concentrated only in the hands of the puppet. So, what do you say of children in hospitals lacking real healthcare, whereas all the wealth of the nation is in the hands of your so-called puppets that they put there? Do you understand? And people don't have access to the basic needs of life. They can't even feed. The gap, the income inequality is now so wide because they've just decided that it is all the wealth, they will be favoring that puppets they put there in form of a leader or whatever at the expense of the rest. And this is Africa has woken up.
Let me
Soji. Africa is shaking.
Let me tell you, there is poverty everywhere.
No,
There
not
is
like the
poverty
one.
everywhere. It is your responsibility to work hard, and that is why my clientele, the West, are always encouraging dignity of labor.
Okay, what do you talk of Rwanda? Your West, don't they always term Paul Kagame as a dictator, have you seen the developmental plans in place in Rwanda? Can you just show it? As in various developmental plans that have been transforming that nation to be among the first in the world, as in
Let me warn you. When we are talking of dictators, you must be very careful of dictators because they might take over your country, they might take over your continent, and these are the kind of attitude of dictators. They will, for example, the dictator you guys have in Rwanda, only him is doing, is establishing so many facilities, like about 3 electrical dam and the likes. Hydropower plant is setting up about 3 hydropower plants
running in
thousands. What is thousands? Running in millions of dollars.
Yes,
That is how you know that somebody is a dictator. Yes.
If that is what it means to be a dictator, let them dictate.
He's dictating. Hold on. He's dictating to you guys that what's it called? You need to increase your power. That is not, that is not right. You people will not kill me. That is really not right. He's supposed to ask the people, what do you need? That's democracy. The people will now go and think over what they need, and they will now come and say, so what we need is XYZ. Not that he will just feel, Rwanda needs hydroelectrical power plants now, and now is beginning to build numerous hydro. No. How do you know a dictator? A dictator, most times, will start planning on how to increase the power of Rwanda. When the people of Rwanda,
and not only Rwanda,
might not even need it. And now he's doing the collaboration with, like, the hydropower plant that is building somewhere around their space there. He's doing a collaboration with Burundi
and Tanzania. That is running into 314 million US dollars.
That is too much for an hydropower. You can use it for something else.
For what?
We'll think about it and get back. And that is why our function is to help you Africans to think, because we discover that most of the time you guys need us to give you guidance on how to think. So now another action of the dictator called Kagame is even building an airport of that magnitude. Just for Rwanda. What's the population of railway? What's the population of Rwanda? What's the population of Rwanda? That's what we should start from. Why must it be spending the money that should have been used on something else, that should have been used in conducting several party elections and the likes, to make the money be in society, in circulation? Why is he using it to build airports?
To make sure that the citizens are in permanent abject poverty. They can't have access to electricity, which is the basic thing of life, so that they can produce and be productive in whatever they want to do. And yet you people are the ones that will say Africans are this and lazy, they are not creative. What can they produce if they don't have energy?
You can always import. You can always import
the places with
from
your
my
importation.
clientele. My clientele are already producing on your behalf, so you don't need to disturb yourself. Africans, just make sure that all your youth are
They
on
consume
TikTok
it.
and dancing away their life, instead of allowing this dictator to dictate that you need this, you need that. That is very, very bad. He's even constructing a very lengthy railway line that, why is he doing all this? He's doing it to appeal to your emotions, because very
3 point
soon he
something
will
billion
start showing you
dollars.
his car. You can imagine.
Gege.
How can he be using
Three
billions of
point six
dollars
billion US dollars
to
for the
build
railway.
to build railway?
Do you know what that is going to mean?
That is the work
The
of a
trans-
dictator.
Huh. Do you know the transformation it's going to bring to the economy of Rwanda, their commerce, their everything, the movement of goods and services, the way people's life will be so at ease, not like what we enjoy here in Nigeria. Let me not say another thing.
What
That
are you
before
saying?
you move from one place to the other, your order that you even have to fulfill, the order might have been cancelled. Is it when the dispatch rider fails today, fails tomorrow, and the person that needs the order urgently can't get it? So goods and services. But if the rail system is there and everything, oh no. Do you know what that means?
I can
tell you that your dictators, Ngongoni dictator, it's you, your clientele, they have failed. You, as in Africa is awoke. Let me not say it's waking up. We are already surging. This is the Sorosoke generation.
Africa is not awoke anything. You are busy building, you are busy building dictators around you, and it's not good for the economy. Yes, you are empowering dictators.
Okay, I want to ask you, what's good for the economy?
What is good for the economy is that you people should continue to rely on us, on my clientele, the West, because it's only the West that understand what the African people
How
need.
do they understand what the African people need? Have they lived here all their lives?
See, let me show you the faces of those dictators, and you will know what I'm talking about.
Okay, sure. You didn't answer my question, guy. I said, how would the West understand what Africa needs? Have they lived here all their lives?
You don't need to live somewhere. At least my clientele, they've been visiting, they've been seeing your mineral resources that you people do not need to manage it. My clientele can manage it for you. That's called division of labor. You have the resources, another place is managing it for you, and we put democratically elected people in charge so that there is no fight. We can always agree together. But all these military young chap, every small thing, they are too aggressive. You cannot even control them.
Do you know that you want to show their faces?
No, continue with your ranting. I'm coming. I'm annoyed.
Do you know that everything that's been done in Africa now, we just want to pray, and I will always pray because I still know that you are still going to say Nigeria Africans are religious. We just want to pray that as it has started, I don't know how to say this now.
You don't know how to say what? Say what you want to say. You Africans, you pray, and after praying, you have a dictator in charge of your country.
See, if it's
Kagame is a dictator. He's building airport, he's building railway line,
hydropower plant,
gas. No. Why all this dictatorial behavior? He should be following my clientele. My clientele will guide him appropriately. We will give him loan even when they do not need it.
Okay, Mr. Setro, I want to believe that everyone and everywhere in Africa, we're waking up now. And I've told you before in most of our videos that the real people, you said, how will we get the real people? The real people are coming up now.
Who are the real people?
Is it all this?
Is it Kagame that is busy developing Rwanda even without our consent?
And so he's not a real person.
He's supposed to be a democratically elected president.
What does this your democracy do to us? That's what you have not been able to answer. If it's working, and I doubt if it's working in your side, because on this show the last time somebody there from your side spoke that it's not even. But if it's working, then let us be.
You don't
Sleeping
understand.
dogs, like let us have our what the system that works for us here. It's not working
No,
here. It's just concentrating the wealth of Africa in the hands of few, and it's widening the inequality gap here. And people are really suffering. You don't have access to the basic things of life, and you feel they will just continue like that. And whereas all our resources, we can bring in people that will train our own what's it called, citizens, on how to develop this. If you really love us, you come situate your plants, situate your factories near where you have the raw materials, and you begin to grow. All
no.
our youth will be
We are
employed. They will
preventing
not
you
run to
from.
your side.
We would have seen. Let me say this. My clientele would have loved to. Sorry, my clientele would have loved to establish factories and the likes in the continent of Africa, but we discovered that it might not be to your own advantage. Why? Because we tried it with China. Obualowo. We tried it with China, it was not good at all. So we did not want to make the same mistake with Africa. So we have decided that okay, let China be the production hub of the world, let Africa be
The
the
food baskets
food basket or
of
the
the world.
mining site of the world. So and let our western part be the part that is about production, about siting of strategic industries. And because my clientele, they don't like it, they should have more power, even if it means that there might not be enough light where the source of power is coming from. Is not a problem. So now you working with all these dictators, you can imagine in a continent within few years you have Burkina Faso. In short, this is another dictator. Burkina Faso,
Ibrahim Traore,
Ibrahim,
our youngest
that name,
military head of states across the globe.
please don't be calling that name because that name is annoying.
How is he annoying?
He's annoying. He's a dictator. He's dictating the way the large numbers of people in his country should be behaving. He's dictating them out of our way. And you know what? We do not.
Did you like the way he ousted your French mining companies and he
We
sent
are,
them
for your
back in?
information, we are coming back.
As in, do you know the
My
other day
my
when
clientele are
they
coming
sent you
back.
people out of Niger, did you know what lithium
Let me
became?
tell
How
you,
much lithium
you
became?
can see that's the work of a dictator. A dictator,
How
a
go and
dictator
check.
came in, a dictator came in, and before you knew it, he changed the price of lithium
Yeah.
in Niger. You can imagine a dictator came into Niger and he changed the price of lithium. Lithium that we were getting, my clientele were getting at a very reasonable price, only for him to get there and destabilize the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what a dictator does. They destabilize the economy for the Western friends. That is not good.
But
We need to
wait,
collaborate.
but your Western friends have just been. Do you know? Think about it. I don't. Let me
Don't
speak
speak
my.
Yoruba, speak
Do
English.
you know that there's this principle of equity? Do you understand? Having a win-win situation. If your West, especially France, if they even come and they say, okay, oh, this is where we're getting these resources from, let them win a bit and let us also win. Do you understand? Let there be an equilibrium. But the thing is, it's so they high up there. They built what's it called, Paris, with the blood of our forefathers. Now
No,
they are
that's
still,
that's a wrong
please,
statement to
wait,
make. Let me tell
let
you,
me
that's a
continue.
very
Don't
wrong
spoil your
statement.
laptop,
That's a
Mr.
very
Cetros. Like
wrong
that. Wait,
statement.
see. Hey, what of India? Bye, no shake. Okay, can you see where my hand is going to? And they
France,
don't want the poverty in Africa to end at all. They are just making sure that all the people they keep on suffering, they will now pick only their own and be enriching their pockets. And they will be those ones will be signing agreements with their various companies so that they can be mining all these resources away and the West will be developing and the host country will not develop. Who does that? Do you think people are stupid? Will they be stupid forever? They can't be. So the thing
Do
is,
you
ọpọ́n
know?
ti sún,
Do you know
afẹ́fẹ́
what?
ti fẹ́, àti rí fùrọ̀ adìyẹ. Do you
Do
know the meaning?
do you know?
Afẹ́fẹ́.
Do you know that you guys are even supposed to be paying my clientele
Reparations.
reparations? Look at the language you are speaking now to communicate on the net. Who taught you?
To the blazes with your language. Can you see I've been
We-
speaking my language?
we even
Afẹ́fẹ́
taught
ti
you-
fẹ́, àti rí fùrọ̀ adìyẹ.
We
Do you
even-
know the thing is,
You are making me annoyed. I think I need to get it. To go and get this thing.
what do you want to get? You are not getting anything. Today, your clientele and yourself, your clientele, they have lost the battle in Africa.
You know,
Everything has been exposed.
People of Africa, listen and listen good. You do not need dictators to take over your economy, because most of the time, like some of these dictators that we are looking at, what they do is against the desire of my clientele. My clientele always want a democratically governed state, so that everything can be, can be unanimously agreed on,
They will take 100 years to decide on
so
one
that
thing. And people will be dying.
everybody can have their say in whatever policy, in whatever thing you want to do. Look at Niger in Salem. Niger just there, which under few days they pursued my clientele. Àfi bí ẹni tó ń lólè. They pursued my clientele, they sent them packing, and the next thing, bam, they increase the price of lithium. Is that one good? That is not
It's
good.
gooder. It's gooder. See, do you know what? I don't want to.
We showed you the use of lithium.
Okay, so
Yes.
we should pay preparations.
You're supposed to pay
Preparation,
reparations.
I'm a break. We should preparation. Let me tell you, go share reparations. Let me tell you something. You know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news to your client, but it's heavyweight. Our Russia at Igbo. Can you see Ibrahim Traore Putin? Try to put your hand on him first. Before you don't put your that.
See, let's be honest. There is something about loyalty. Let your loyalty continue to be for us, because whenever you shift your loyalty, we might not forgive you.
And
Yes.
who needs your forgiveness? Have you sought forgiveness from God for all that you've done to our forefathers? Some of their scores are still in Dr. What Arikana said, some of the heads of our forefathers are still in your museum there. So have you sought forgiveness? What of what use is your forgiveness?
Anyway,
No,
I
talk.
want to remain focused on what we are talking about
Okay.
today. What we are talking about today is about dictators.
Yes.
And the characteristics of dictators, everybody should know it, especially dictators in Africa.
Is that what?
They go about developing some things that are not necessary, like airports, the
Hydropower plants that
plant,
is so needed in
that
Africa.
something that is
Wait, I want to ask you something. Can Britain or France or America or all these Western nations, can they do a week or a day without power?
without power.
Yes, they are talking of green economy, everything now. Can they do without power for
Ìgbà tó rí wọn ò gbálẹ̀.
Ìgbà tó rí wọn ò gbálẹ̀. Let
Yes.
them understand now, say it.
When their head is not touching the floor.
When they
Why would they do without power?
So, but why is it that you people permanently want it in Africa? As we are now, we're on solar here.
Are
This
we
is
the one
Africa,
that is
Nigeria.
touching your
It
life?
is you people now.
We're not
So,
the one
and we see
touching your
people
life.
now that want to give us light. They are making alternative plans that if this one is not working, this one will work, this one will work, and you are calling them
It's
dictators.
empty
Let them
promises.
dictate. It's not empty promises. It's working. Now,
No.
Rwanda is the cleanest country in
How
Africa.
will they maintain it?
How will they maintain it?
Yes.
Wait and see. Watch and see. Have you been to Rwanda of late? Or have you been to Botswana? All these there are African countries that are doing great. African countries that don't allow your peace there, your peace, your puppet. So they don't allow your influence. You see, you have come down now. So they are doing great. And let us have a bit of fresh air.
I wanted you to learn. That's why I'm just trying to listen to you.
You don't need
Like
to
this
listen.
young guy in Guinea, Mamadi Damboya. You can even see the name, Mamadi Damboya. The way that name is sounding like a dictator. Africans, open your eyes. Don't let them deceive you. What is the guy even came to you, eh? He has the effrontery to come in front in UN one of our meetings, and he was just talking bala bala. He
Bolo
was
bolo.
talking directly at us. That is an insult. It's not democratic enough. Tó bá yẹ pé bó ṣe gbé wá làwa náà jù sí Facebook, we would have had a colossal
Nǹkan
error.
tẹ́yìn tẹ̀ ń ṣe. Is it that we don't know what you let me just because to deal with your clientele it takes wisdom. Let me just keep my mouth. Ṣé àmọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe ni àbí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ lè ṣe? Ká ní pé ẹ lè mú wọn kẹ́ lè fún wọn kan ní instantly ni ẹ ti ṣe. So sorry that I had to use my local dialect to speak this. It's because of Mr. Cetro's clientele. Please, if you want to listen to what I said, please try to use
See,
transcription.
our advice also, part of our advice, the advice of my clientele, is that you should stop speaking vernacular. Your language is vernacular. And that can be termed as attitude of a dictator, because he doesn't want we, the West, my clientele, the West, to understand what you are
The
saying.
next move.
And they are now using vernacular, speak in English, Espanol. So,
Yeah.
so now even another, you can imagine, even Mali is also being taken over by Assimi Goita. What is wrong with Africa? We have helped you to develop, and we have plans for you guys. It's chop and chop.
Chop me a chop. So na only chop, na you only dey chop.
It's chop and chop.
Na only na dey chop am. Africa no dey see chop inside.
I don't know why she's laughing. We are talking about something serious here. You people are busy. All these dictators, they are busy pursuing my client out of the continent of Africa. Is that one good?
It's good that
We are
there's any English like that.
supposed to share these resources amicably. After all these other people that I don't want to mention their name, that you people are now paying allegiance to, they were not there when we were teaching you how to write in English, how to
you
write
brought
in
mirror
French.
to us,
We
how
brought
to
mirror.
drink tea and bread.
We sold mirror to you using your human beings as means of exchange. We taught you how to do business. You are
And
supposed
you
to be
taught us how
paying
to
reparations.
eat tea and bread.
No, you don't eat tea. You see what we're talking
to
about?
sip
You were
tea.
not around when we were teaching them the
To
English.
sip
So
tea
take tea.
and
You
bread.
take tea. You don't eat it. You take it. You need to come back.
I don't need this.
Let us complete what we started with you.
Wo Yorùbá gidi mo fẹ́ gbọ́n sìn àti Igbo àti
Now,
Hausa
look at
that will foster
look
new
at
businesses
Niger.
or Swahili.
Niger is very painful to us because it's coming at a point in time that we needed lithium to do plenty things. That was when Sangba fought in Niger. Niger turned their back against my clientele.
Pity.
And I can tell you, my clientele, they don't forgive easily. They are
Wow.
going to deal with Niger.
It's
So that we need to rescue Niger from dictators. Dictators have made the price of their resources to go up. It's not supposed to be so. A good democratic system in Niger is supposed to have the price come down. But now the price of lithium has gone up. Anyway, we are.
what can you do to it? With all your sanctions against them, did it work?
We will just rant and go back to our village.
Thank God you know.
Not because we cannot do something, but because we were being warned
Well,
that Olori Peskelemo yẹn, he can decide to throw something at us. Zay Putin, that is his name is. So which other country you can imagine? Gabon in 2023 August here. Gabon also is announcing that the what's it called, that they are also taking over. But we know that of Gabon can. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much about that one because that one,
is it by your people? What can you say about
those
it?
one at least we still understand.
Is it by your people?
Huh?
Is it from your people?
From our people.
Your clientele?
See, you people should stop this trend because when Africa is now left in the hand of these dictators, they might not be having a good rapport with my clientele. Look at And you should learn also. Look at what happened to this dictator, Gaddafi. Huh? We were telling you guys that Gaddafi is a dictator, Gaddafi is a dictator, until he took over the whole country, and we had to come and help to equip my clientele, sorry, so that I'll not be saying myself inclusive. My clientele help to equip the youth, the people to fight against their leader, the dictator leader. Now,
Now,
the
what you have done in Libya, have they recovered from it? Be honest, you and your client.
no, we don't do something that can be easily recoverable, because we leave a lasting solution that
Hey
you
God.
might never recover from it. So let us ensure that Africa remains the way it should be. Don't let us do something that will now make it unrecoverable.
You see, it was in those days of Gaddafi and the likes that Africans were Oriwa Oti Isoji Dada.
If you are watching
Eh?
this live stream, do you really think that these young men that we are mentioning their names, do you really think that they
Yeah.
are good people?
Or do you think they are dictators as Mr. Secret's
They are
clientele
dictators. I'm telling
we
you, my
always,
clientele are saying they are
their
dictators.
media will always
Because dictators are those that always dictate what they want to do to my clientele. Instead of following, listening to the advice of my clientele, they are always coming and be showing their muscle that they know better. Whereas it is my clientele that knows how Africa should operate.
because they were born in and bred up in Africa.
No, because we discover Africa. After all, who discover Africa? Do you know the person that discovered Africa? Comment below. She's laughing now. I'm sure she doesn't even know.
It must be John Ketson.
So
Eh?
today's live stream is to
Yes.
sensitize all of us. Do not welcome all these what they call them, dictators.
So we
Is
should
is
welcome your
not
puppets
democracy is the
so
way.
that they should continue
Democracy is
to
the
to
way.
to deepen the
They're
poverty,
not deeping any
abject
poverty. You guys
severe
are already
poverty.
poor.
No, it's that
You
that was
guys in
before.
Africa are already
That
poor
was before.
because
And
you're
that you see all these hydro power plants that Gaddafi is I said Gaddafi
you see.
that that Paul Kagame is doing that will help Burundi, that will help Tanzania. Before you know it, it will be going everywhere, and we'll have power. And you see that we can produce. We'll not just be a consuming continent, but we'll be a productive continent. And it is you people that will now be coming to us because our own nature has blessed us. We have these resources. We start mining them. We start doing all that we have to do to make sure that they are in the final product stage, not just the raw material stage, and we begin to sell them to the rest of the world. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ rà, àwọn China, àwọn Russia, àwọn ibòmíì, other places will buy from us, other continents, and we are going to get there. So you can see that what's it called? China, they are doing their own and they are growing. You will laugh at us, but as you are laughing at us, ojú yín náà ló máa ṣí. We are going to grow.
Now
So whether you believe
let
it or
me
not.
tell you. See, one thing that is sure, most of the time, these dictators, once we identify them and we are telling you that these people that are not democratically elected, that they are dictators. See, one thing that we end up, it is in public view. One thing that we end up is that some set of people might start rebelling against these dictators, and you people will now be saying rebels, rebels, rebels. So
Yeah,
prevent the
they are
rebels
the rebels
by
you bring. You are the
we
ones
don't
that
bring any
you
rebels
are the
anywhere.
one that do what? That stage touch rebellions.
No,
What of the one that happened? Don't let me
no,
What
no.
of the one that happened in Mali of recent that was able to gain back one of the strongholds of the jihadists? That the
We're not the
jihadists
one.
that you people you were the
It is
ones
still
you
your people that are fighting against yourselves. You people It is still your the rebels. Are they from our country? No,
They are the ones
they are from your countries.
will be supporting and financing.
We are not supporting or financing. Sometimes we might just look away when we discover that it's still your people that are
Well,
sabotaging your
it's not just
efforts.
to be talking about you people, it's to find the solution. And the solution is already finding itself. And that's
The
kudos to all
solution,
those that are doing great in Africa now. And it's still going to get better. People are going to do great. We are not supporting coups or something, but we are supporting that life should really be better for the average man on the streets. It's not just that people, there's a place called somewhere in my country, Nigeria, that I don't want to mention. Their houses, they're beautiful houses. People don't stay there, they stay abroad, but it may just be their gate man that will be there and with beds of that very expensive furnitures, very expensive settings. They might just be coming in once a year or twice a year, and they'll keep such properties. And whereas you see millions sleeping on under the bridges, they are widening the inequality gap. The poverty is severe poverty amidst the masses is increasing. The little baby that is born in the hospital doesn't have access to proper health care, and the baby dies. But there, your puppets and every other person that is gaining from this their so-called demonstration of grace will keep on gaining, and they'll be piling up the money. We've seen such in my own country that you will go to some houses, they will see piles of notes of our currencies will be there in different places, such that there was even a time that snake was eating our currency. Because of Mr. Cetro's clientele's work. And
you know,
this cannot continue. Mr. Cetro, please let me breathe. This is, we have woke up. If there's any English like that, Atisoji, we cannot keep on like this. It's not going to continue. So, and that's it. We believe a way is coming. The solution is here. African solutions to African challenges. Yes, you don't understand what we're going through because you don't wear the shoes. When ẹni tó bá wọ bàtà ló mọ ibi tó ti ń dùn. Ṣé mo túmọ̀ ẹ̀? It's he that wears the shoe that knows where the shoe is really paining him or her. So we that are staying here every day, as we are here, we're on solar. We are the ones that know. And the price of a gas or fuel, everything here has skyrocketed like times 3, and you still have to depend on that because you are the government of yourself right here in Africa. You have to provide everything and you still pay taxes. Yes, that is where it is. Over there, you people, you pay taxes and you get access to all this, but here you pay taxes and you still don't have them. So is that fair enough? Can't you allow us to breathe for once? Can't you? So if you see people that say they want to do it, and some have the track record of success, like Rwanda, they have track record
we
of
are not
success.
saying they should
Ethiopia,
not
please,
do it. We are
let us-
saying that
they should
go
not.
through democracy.
To the blazes with that
Go through
demonstration of
elections.
grace. They are going to go through it. There should be security before elections. And the elections.
You don't need security. We provide you with security. Our naval bases, our bases are all over your continent. So we can secure you. You don't just worry. Just continue practicing democracy. We'll provide security for you. And even during your election, we'll come and serve as observer.
So that you want to put there the people. That was what
I did not say we are putting. We are not putting. I'm saying that we are observer.
That was what Colonel
Observer.
Momaju said, that you people make sure that when elections are conducted, it ends up in favor of your puppet. So if it's not getting to the hands of your puppet, you're going to be saying it's not free and fair. If you know that the right person wants to get there, the person that will make things straight, well, sorrow, you don't want it. You don't want it.
We only ensure that the right persons are elected
The right
in Africa.
persons.
The right persons that understand our language, the right person that understand international relations, the right person that knows how to behave when they come to the level playing ground across the globe. Because some of you now, you might not even know what it means to have a flourishing international trade. Look at some of these boys are supposed that are taking up power now. They are supposed to be sharpshooters in the forest, but now they are taking up powers. What do they know about? You see what we are talking about. I've only said one thing now. You don't joke. I've only said one thing, she don't joke. You Africans, listen, don't give your land to dictators. Give your land to our democracy. Our democracy
Your
will help you.
democracy has failed.
It has not failed. Maybe there might be
It's already failing
challenges
into
out
your
there.
very eyes.
No. It
You-
is
that's how we started today's live stream. That you're not going to the root cause, you're just trying to solve what is on the top of the tree. Go to the roots. If there are challenges on the tree, don't just say start with the leaves. Go to the root cause. That was what Cornel Mamadi said, that go to the roots. Why are there coup d'etats everywhere in Africa?
It's very simple.
It's
We know the
not,
answer.
it's not that you don't.
We
You
know
don't.
the answer.
Okay.
Should I give you the answer? The reason why you people are planning coup is because you want dictators that will be acting anyhow. You want them to take you want them to take charge of your economy. Dictators that will be providing they'll be providing amenities that you wanted even without letting it pass through proper law documentation and approval from us. Is that how to run the continent?
Simply put, we
Do you
need
now want to be running the continent of Africa in our absence?
we need leaders.
We brought you guys to this point. We divided this African continent with our razor blade. We divided it amidst ourselves, and let me tell you, whether you like it or not, we are indirect landlord of Africa. That is why we continue to come here to do to observe, and to make sure that everything is running well.
Please, I don't have time. I see that you.
You see?
It's not. Don't, no.
Now, I've won the case.
You don't want anything. I just want to. If I keep reiterating, it's like simply put, why there are all these coup d'etats, as explained by him, is that the people, they came to save the day. They are saving the day so that there is
I will
no
allow you to talk.
anarchy and there is no what absolute or total severe abject poverty in these African nations, because the people are sick and tired that your clientele are just benefiting only their pockets, and there is no fair airing, there is no equilibrium, there is no win-win situation at all. People are just suffering at the expense, and the West is just getting richer and Africa is getting poorer. And so that is just the message. So if you can come and you want whatever you want us to do, let there be equality, not inequality again. It's not just that you will be win. Mama Shea, you want to take lithium less than
I
a
don't know who is commenting. It's a very intelligent conversation, guys. Satires at his bed, keep it up. See, I don't even know the meaning of satire. What we're after is to manage the resources of Africa. Take back your country from these dictators. These dictators, see, Africa, take back your country, take back your continent from these dictators. These dictators,
What did you just say?
They are not
What did you just say?
dictators.
We should take back our country
From these dictators.
Wait. Do you know that Guinea, what's it called? Guinea-Bissau is just a population of 1.9 billion.
1.9.
And
They're not even up to Oshodi.
Equatorial Guinea is 4 million people. Whereas Guinea Conakry is about 12 point something million. You see, all put together, they are not even up to Lagos State. Do you understand? I think Rwanda it's about 13 million. It's country. That's what I'm trying to say. United States of Africa. It is your dokokoko, your tototo, your I don't want to mention it. Your clientele's what?
What did you do?
What will you be doing like this? When you go to Texas and you go to different states in the United States, what makes them the United States? Is it not the ability to come together as one? And you think it is going to
Africa,
continue?
you don't need to come together as one. Let us help you to stand individually.
It is already failing.
No.
Do you know that the military
Africa do
junta?
not see. You don't understand the laws guiding economics. Africa do not need to stay individually. Do not need to stay collectively. Sorry, that's a slip of tongue. These people are using juju in Africa. I wanted to say something else. Now you have used
Digitalizing.
digitalizing. Now, Africa needs to stand, you know, as a continent, but you need that demarcation. Each country should be on its own, because if it's security, we are providing you with security. We are not tired. We can even increase the number of military
We don't need
bases
them
in
again.
your continent so that we
Did
can
you
wage
did you
war.
watch our previous live stream? Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He has sent delegates to Rwanda. They want to see military partnership between the two countries. How is it going to work? But if that one works, see whether others will not join.
My
And you can
clientele,
see how
thank you for
Rwanda.
telling my clientele. I'm sure my clientele will look for how it will not work.
Okay.
Because my clientele will always make sure that to keep Africa safe, so that such things will not cause darudapo. You know the meaning of darudapo? Will not cause argument with my clientele and the continent of Africa. You people of Africa, please pay attention to what we are telling you. We are more experienced.
Which you, your clientele,
My clientele,
the West.
the West,
Mm.
they are more experienced. Even the way things are going on, because we want to understand you people very well in Africa. We want to make sure that none of you are speaking your language
Jini
again.
Jiniti Boyin.
Because
Do you know the meaning of Jini Jiniti
you see
Boyin?
what we are talking about?
Yes, that is our language. Translate it. Jini Jiniti Boyin. Jini as Boyin. And in West, you cannot catch us again. See, whatever you do, the thing is, when you're on the losing side, just accept it.
My
The other day, when
clientele
they
can never
sent
lose.
you out of Niger, you were like, man, Shori Kuku, no, we will come back. Did they not tell you, say, email, did they not tell you?
Hold on. People of Niger, my clientele, we are advising you. Stop parading that dictator guy and his people. Stop parading them
Him with
as
Putin.
heroes. You know, Niger, you need us. You need us.
Niger is
You need my clientele to help you. So stop believing in all those small military boys that are ordering you around. Follow my clientele, so that let's bring the price of your lithium back to where it was before, so that you can experience peace. Yeah, now you are selling your lithium too expensive. What you need now is to reduce the price of lithium to the former price, so that you will be what you are supposed to do is to beg us to help you with some constructions. We can help you with constructions.
Where are you getting the money for the construction from? May I ask?
You still from your country now? Are you stupid?
Do you know that you are almost crying? As in, if
We are not almost
if,
crying. We cried and we cleaned our face
if
because
your
it
France,
was painful, and that's why we must do it to you. We mustn't turn it to you. Because the thing is still paying my client. It's still paying my clientele.
see, Mr. Setro,
Mhm.
this argument is an argument that has been won over. I'm sure maybe people are not around now. When they come and watch this live stream, they are going to tell you that your clientele has failed. What's the big bag in Africa?
If you think our clientele has failed, comment below.
What's the big bag?
When you see this video, comment below.
What's the
My
big bag?
clientele, they never fail. Do you know what they are doing? They are doing malu, tota the saying. Agbára ló lọ mú wá. The meaning of that is that when a cow takes the reverse gear, he's not scared. He is just going to reinforce. And by the time we reinforce, you'll be the one begging us, because they will introduce my clientele. They know how to introduce problems. Have you heard the word? You want problems. You don't want peace.
You see, I caught you. What did you say?
I just said what somebody was saying. I didn't say that.
You don't be a liar.
I am not a liar.
You said your
Though
clientele, they know how to introduce problem. Please, you can rewind this live stream to check it.
I didn't say that. Is error. Is
slip of tongue.
It's not even slip of tongue. It's this internet that is twisting what I was saying.
You see, that. No, the case closed.
It's not.
You have only showed us who you are.
See, the thing is that you people, if you want peace, Follow the democracy my clientele has given to
Wo
you verbatim.
ẹ bá dàbí àgbò tó tẹ̀jí sẹ́yìn tó lọ mú agbára wá, whatever agbára tẹ lọ mú wá, if you like go to the bank gbóngbóngbó like cow that goes backward to bring power, that power has failed. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm so sure the power has failed because gone are the days that you had Africans that were sleeping, that gbogbo ọ̀nà dẹ̀ la máa fi bá yín jà. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí spirit realm àwa ń bẹ̀, physical àwa ń bẹ̀, intellectual àwa ń bẹ̀, everything economic àwa ń bẹ̀. Whatever you want, we are there for you. Sharing, it is kò ń ṣe bàbá yín, ilẹ̀ bàbá yín kọ́ ni.
My
It is
goodness.
not your forefathers' land.
You are
It is
even
the
threatening-
creator that brought us here. But you ẹ ti fún wa lọ́wọ́, ẹ fẹ́ fún wa lọ́rùn pa ni, kí ló dé? See all this live stream now, we have been on solar, anything, nothing. Kí ló ní? What do you want us to breed? Africa is having a breath of fresh air. Yes. And whether you and your clientele likes it or not, it's done. It's a done deal.
Let me
So
warn
you see that people
Africa.
comment.
Let me warn you, Africa. See, the one that you are running to Russia. Russia is also a dictator. Let me tell you, the president of Russia is the Ogatapata of them all. Chairman, dictatorial committee. Don't give your continent into the hands of dictators because they will end up taking everything away from my clientele. And they will now start showing their true colors. Why do you need development for when you can travel to my clientele's country to experience development?
Little wonder.
That's why we said experience Paris and die.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Ìtorí ẹ burú ni. That is why has there been peace there? That's why you have migrants every day disturbing you because you do not allow their land. Their land, you have not allowed them to have peace over their resources, over their economy, over their politics. You have not allowed, and now they are trying to have it. You still want to bring your head like giraffe.
What do you want
Giraffe,
to have?
like, can you
If you want to have something that you do not know, we are the one that knows.
Know it for
It
yourself.
is my clientele that knows what Africa needs.
Know it for
And it is
yourself.
my clientele that will tell you that this is what you should do. And you are supposed to do it.
Do it for
Because
yourself.
my clientele discover Africa.
From which book? Ìwé mo ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ṣé ìwé mímọ́ ni?
You might not understand.
Which book?
That's why
says it?
we use cutlass to divide Africa amidst ourselves. Now,
That's the olden days. Don't keep saying that. It's as in what's it called? It's high time you stopped crying over a spilt milk. So it's high time stop crying over spilt milk. The milk has been spilled. That one has been done and it's gone. All the borders in our mind, physical, everything, we are deborderizing everything. The ones you thought you are putting in our mind. You know, can't you see? Rwanda is creating hydropower plants and they are thinking of Burundi, they are thinking of Tanzania. They're not thinking of themselves only.
see, that is how a dictator works. A dictator will always be looking for neighboring African people to pollute their
help.
mind against us.
To help.
Why is he doing that? Is it to spite us? You know what? I will speak to my clientele.
That what?
They can begin to give you light. 3
Do
hours,
they have the light?
3 hours per day.
Is it not our resources you're using to generate the
we
light?
have our own lights.
From where? From what
my
source?
clientele, they have their lights.
Tell me. From which source? From what
No,
source?
they have-
What are you using to achieve your lights? Say it.
What do you think is used? We have wind. My clientele use wind to generate light. My clientele, what's it called? My clientele use nuclear. What are you talking about? We have gone farther than all this one that you people are saying. The only thing is that you people here, you are enjoying sun in the continent of Africa. You have access to large amount
Solar
of sun,
energy.
and that's why you are able to use solar energy. And we are even looking at how to redirect that sun to our side. So by the time we are able to redirect it to our side, you people will pay to use the sun.
Mr. Setro, can you see the time?
Mm.
These arguments, I think with these few points of mine,
You have been able to
I've
see
been
that my
able to
clientele.
convince you that Mr. Setro's clientele, they are actually the dictators dictating a life to us all these decades, and they don't want us to have what?
We are not
Access.
dictating to you. We have been spending large number of time telling you what to do. We have been advising you on the best way to live your life because we know that you Africans, you don't know how to think well. So my clientele has been thinking for you. Please and please follow what my clientele is saying. Don't follow all these dictators that are building airport, building facilities for you and all the likes, because in the long run, you will still need us
For what?
for protection.
That protection has failed. You don't get it.
What am I
You
not
don't get
getting?
it. I won't repeat it because etí yín wá ń like láti gbọ́ nǹkan kẹ́ sáré lọ máa ṣe.
Yeah.
I've told you what is happening. There are various plans on ground. There are systems being put into place. So all these things you feel you know. Ti kọjá. It's not. It's not. We're not in arcade. What's it called? Generation again now. This is generation what? So don't feel that one. No. Just forget it.
Okay.
Tell them that it has failed. Please carry the letter to them from today's debate that
Who
there's
is doing debate with you? I'm telling you, original thing that should have happened. You people are supposed to be following my clientele forever. You're supposed to be following my clientele
who are you
forever.
to tell me? Who are you? Who gave you the right?
Okay. So
Tell me.
anyway, in case you want to see some of our videos, I'll just drop the link below. You can see some of our videos where my clientele we explain several ways, several plans that we have for Africans, and we have been doing well. See our content. See our content here.
See, they write the content well.
So see
Your
our
clientele did not allow you write the content well.
is what you people are doing to me in Africa. Now, I think there is even one that okay, what is Ibrahim Traore up to? You know, this one is talking about what Ibrahim Traore is up to. That young man called Ibrahim Traore, he's been doing a lot of
Shit,
nonsense
na.
within the continent of Africa. Okay, this is one of our contents. You can just go and see that. You see exactly what we are talking about. My clientele, they want to take care of Africa. Don't believe me. Yes, they want to take care of Africa. And see, what we are even planning
I
for
love
Africa
Spanish.
is that we want to even be supplying you food. We don't want you to be growing your food again. Yes, we want to be giving you food that is only from us, you will get it. And the food, you will so love it because it is seedless. It is
You see
seedless.
as I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing?
As in, can you see the laugh? As if it's J.
The way you are laughing is annoying. And that's why we are saying you should follow our democracy. If it is our democracy, we can even sue you with this kind of laugh.
Laugh in Spanish.
These three videos that I've just shared with you, kindly look for some time out to watch this video. And if today is your first time of seeing our channel, please kindly subscribe.
I like it.
So subscribe and like and share our videos because we know what Africa wants.
Please, what Africa wants it's joy, and that's the joy we're discovering away from Mr. Cetro's clientele. And let me not say much because I'm still in Africa right now. I'm in a country in Africa that it is well.
It's
That
one
is
of the best country in the
yes,
whole of the world.
yes. So, and that is why, because of Mr. Cetro's clientele's activities in Africa, they've been the situation here right now is such that even to afford a square meal per day, it's
My
very hard.
clientele, people are finding some people are finding it hard to feed in this country. Why? Because my clientele wants to make sure that they do not overfeed themselves, so that they will not have all these diabetes and all those stuff. You know, fasting sometimes is good for the African countries. That's why
We
my
have
clientele.
situations where some persons are even dying of
On
hunger.
a more serious note, a lot of people
So,
are going through hell in what is really going on in the continent now, especially in Nigeria. The rising price of food and
of
the
groceries,
devaluation of the currency to the extent that even those that are working are finding it hard to feed, to even transport. Transportation has killed almost everything. So we decided through our foundation, because we have a foundation that is dedicated towards helping to assist the less privileged in the society. This Saturday, this Saturday is very here. This Saturday, we are planning to go
9th
out.
of
9th
December.
of December, we are planning to go out to the streets of Lagos to go and feed a minimum of about 1,000 plus people. We are already making arrangement to prepare food and give to people, if that's just our own way of support. And for the past 3 to 4 years now, this will be the fourth year. For the past 3 years, we have been doing something every Christmas day. We give out live chicken and some food stuff to the less privileged. So if you are,
And we also help, we
yes,
pick up indigent but diligent African youths from the streets. That's our core, that's our
yeah.
main. So we train them on different crafts of their choice, and we help create markets for their products, and that's what we've been doing. So you can check us out. So if you're there, you want to join us on the 9th in the food distribution, please, you're powerfully welcome. And if you are there, you can spare $1 to help feed a person here in Africa, or $2, or $1,000, whatever you do, please try to help the next person. So if you are able to help, please, you can reach out. And if you can't even help, you can just share any of our videos. These are recent videos. It's in
Yeah.
it, or this live stream, to somebody that can be of help. You don't know, the person you're helping today might be the one to help your generation tomorrow. So, and that is, African has been known to be a continent of collectivity, of helping. You just don't leave people to
Mm-hmm.
go on their own. Wọ́n ní pé èèyàn kan ló ń bímọ igba
Interpret,
ló
please.
ń bá tọ́. So it's somebody that gives birth to a child, but it's 20% right here in Africa. Many people train them. So that's what we want to do, and we know God is going to bless you as you reach out in
So
Jesus' name. Thank you.
if you have $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, 100 that you want to support our foundation work with, kindly use our GoFundMe account to do that. Because this Saturday we'll be out there bringing smiles across the faces of the less privileged by feeding them at least. That will do a whole lot of good. And for all of you that have been allowing dictators in your continent, now know the benefits. It is up to you guys to look at what we have said tonight and think very well. Do you want that kind of a dictator? Dictator that is giving you good road, that is giving you a developmental project and the likes, and my clientele are saying that no, they are not good, they are dictators. Because my clientele know, in our crystal ball, they know that they are dictators, because my clientele do not like people that dictate to them. So please follow my clientele so that my clientele can advise you to get the system of people, the crews of people, the number of people that will help to do what my clientele likes, even
Can you
when
see
you
that in
people
all you've
do
been
not want
saying?
it.
It's your self-centeredness. Now, Adam Smith has concluded, I said, man is suffering. Then that has been the challenge of this your client. It's just theirs. They will not even say let there be equitable distribution. No, let there be
We
equitable.
are not
No, it's
praying. My
just
clientele,
theirs.
excuse me, I can take
Please
anything, but I
close.
cannot take rubbish. My clientele do not believe
Please
in
close.
equitable distribution of resources. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for it, and we have
The
fought
fight
for it.
has begun.
They no. They've already fought for it. It is my clientele that is in charge of your resources.
Please, will you
That's why we
close?
have security bases, military bases all
Please, will
around to
you?
take
I
care of
know
these
that you're
stuffs.
a lori kunkun. You are very stubborn. You don't used to listen.
My clientele, they don't listen to you, you listen to them. So Africa, listen to my clientele. Because if you do not listen, you are a dictator. Let me just tell you. If my clientele is talking to you and you are not listening, you are not following what my clientele is saying, you are a
That
dictator.
is a summary of what you're doing. Because if I say another thing, you still continue to say, and I
So
have
with
to
that being said,
let me.
I want to say, mo fẹ́ lọ gbómi ẹ̀wà kaná. Bye bye. See you some other
Don't
times.
forget the joy therapy. Please keep your joy. Whatever
Yes.
is happening anywhere you are across the globe, our heart goes to those that are in war-torn regions. The Lord will send you help in Jesus' name. So keep your joy. Your joy is your strength. No matter what Mr. Cetro's clientele are doing, there are still good people across the globe, and we know we're going to get connected. So keep your joy because your joy is your strength, and your strength is your life. That joy comes from within, from the Holy Spirit. You can look up to Him if you don't have, and the Holy Spirit will give you. So thank you so, so very much.
Okay, with that being said, I'm going to just be saying signing up from here. If you are married, hug your wife very well. If you're not married, look for the next transformer to hug. Whatever. Bye.